We are back. We are back. We are back. Smackdown just happened. We're going to go over it real quick, and then quickly we're going to run through my Backlash predictions because might as well. Not very hyped for it. I don't think anyone is. I'm more hyped to see if the Cena-Orton match is going to be purposefully bad, or if can I even tell if it's purposely bad? Does Cena even have it? Who knows? I look a little bit different since last time. I cut my own hair. I've been trying to learn. Not the point. I shaved. Not the point. Let's get into it. SmackDown started with Damian Priest and LA Knight versus Solo and Jacob Fatu. They do love these can they coexist storylines, do they? I feel like it's last week I think it was Jade and Tiffany, can they coexist? And at the same time it was Naomi and Tamina, can they coexist? So it's like, what the hell are we doing here, guys? At the end, Knight and Priest just keep tagging each other in because they can't coexist. They don't like each other until finally LA Knight tags himself in, hits Solo with a BFT, and they get the win. After the match, Priest starts getting in LA Knight's face, and he's like, they're pushing each other, and then they just start going at it. It doesn't last for long because Jacob Fatu comes in and beats them both down, and he's doing his thing, dog walking their ass, you know what I'm saying? Not I mean. And then he gets hit with a Claymore by Drew, who stands tall. We cut to commercial. Go back. Do we? No. I think we do. Whatever. Anyways, we see R-Truth holding a John Cena sign, and he's like, it's, whatever. And then Jimmy comes to tell him Cena sucks. R-Truth says, Cena always says never gave up. It looks like you did, Jimmy. And then Jimmy's like, no yeet. And there you go, air turned on. Unfortunate timing, but whatever. So now that's going to be in the video, whatever, it's fine. I'm just getting these out the way. Then we cut to Drew. Drew says, tomorrow he puts a silver bullet in that Samoan werewolf, and he just runs everyone down in that match. Cut to Chelsea mourning her championship loss. She's crying to Nick Aldis, and then Zelina comes in the room and calls her pathetic. Chelsea says Zelina's just mad because she doesn't have actual friends, and then Zelina says, oh yeah, her and her imaginary friends versus Chelsea and Piper, and they accept. Chelsea comes back. Chelsea comes to the ring when we then we cut to commercial. We come back, get an Aleister Black promo package. He says that the old him is buried. He says he found the truth. He came back because he truly believes he's the consequences this company deserves. And we get back to the match. Zelina makes her entrance, stays at the top of the ramp, and she's back. Mystery partner, Alexa Bliss. Let's freaking go. I'm always playing with stuff in my hands in this when I'm recording for some freaking reason. Whatever, it's just me. I gotta fidget with stuff, I guess. Yeah, it's Alexa Bliss. She hits her DDT, the Sister Abigail DDT for the win on Chelsea Green. She's back. Backstage, Santos goes to Phoenix. Phoenix is like, no, I beat you last week. No more talking. We're done. And then Santos is like, who said anything about talking? That's when Berto and Angel start beating the shit out of Phoenix. And Phoenix gets checked up on by Andrade. And that sets up the tag match later on today. I gotta start filming these earlier. Jesus Christ. And then we see Charlotte hop out of the car, and Joe Tessitore says, we're gonna hear from her tonight. And then next, Charlotte goes to the ring, says that the Tiffany match was the greatest women's match in history. at WrestleMania, which is just objectively not true. I liked the match. I know that match was controversial for some reason, but I liked the match. I liked it. It was not the greatest women's match on Mania history. It wasn't even the best women's match of WrestleMania 40. 42, 41. We're at 41, right? We were at 41. That was a triple threat match. That one was insane. But anyway, the real greatest match of WrestleMania for women was probably Charlotte versus Rhea at WrestleMania 39. I was there. I'm biased. I said that before. I love WrestleMania 39. That's my favorite WrestleMania of all time. But I'm biased, of course. I'm biased. Something was falling back there. Okay, whatever. If it falls, it falls. We'll fix it. Charlotte's new character arc seems to be that she's being angry at the crowd booing her, and that she thinks the crowd's disrespectful. So I'm assuming she's gonna go on a whole spiritual journey, which is reaffirmed by my belief. She calls the crowd disrespectful. Jade makes her entrance because Charlotte says, "I'm out of here. Y'all are too disrespectful. I'm out of here." Jade starts making her entrance. Her and Charlotte lock eyes. I guess they have a little stare down. And then Charlotte keeps walking. Jade grabs a mic and says, "Back of the line." Jade grabs a mic and says to Charlotte, "Back of the line. It's my time. My generation now," or whatever. And my first thought is we're gonna get an old man Logan storyline for Charlotte Flair. I think that would really work. We cut to commercial. Charlotte is arguing backstage with Aldis, saying she's not gonna be disrespected. Aldis says, "Well, you're gonna not be disrespected, but you're gonna goddamn be a goddamn professional and be a leader." Charlotte tells her driver, take her to the airport. When Alexa Bliss comes in, closes the door and says, "Let's chat." Alexa Bliss gonna be part of the storyline? I thought she was gonna be part of the White Six. Thank God she's not. Thank fucking Christ. Then we got Nia versus Jade, #1 contenders match. Nia pins Jade after Naomi comes in, attacks Tiffany, distracting Jade. Yeah. Crowd was chanting, "You can't wrestle to Nia," which bit unfair, guys. Maybe like 2019, it would have been fair. 2017, that would have been fair. But she can wrestle now. Just because you don't like her, don't mean she can't wrestle. She's good now, actually. Then we get B-Fab and Michin compliment the Street Profits for the ladder match, and Montez says he's happy that Michin and B-Fab put everyone on notice last week, and that they're gonna go out there and do the same thing right now. Okay, I'm gonna move this so I don't fucking twist my neck like I'm doing like every single second of every day. So Street Profits come out, cut a promo, say that the best tag team in the world, or Smackdown, I forgot. Fraxium come out and say that the Street Profits are amazing, but they think that the titles will look good on them. Aldis comes out and he's like, "I want to see these two prove themselves, so y'all can have a match." And they do. They have one hell of a match. Best match on the card tonight. Fraxium versus Street Profits. And Fraxium win. Who knows? Fraxium win. Anyways, hell of a match. I'm excited to see what they do with them. Backstage, Tiffany is looking for Naomi. Nia tells Tiffany to stop worrying about Naomi and start focusing on her. Tiffany says after she beats Nia, she'll save her a spot at the losers table right next to Charlotte Flair. So, let's see how that goes. Probably Tiffany will beat her. And Miz says last week Melo didn't watch the film on Black, so he wasn't in proper position and couldn't help Miz. Miz says that's fine. He'll get it right this week so that Melo can win. And then he's not in proper position, and Black wins via roll-up. Miz was trying to help Black, but it costed him instead. After it ended, Miz tries to attack Black, and he gets hit with another massive Black mass, and it looks great. Shit, Miz is so good at selling that shit. In Solo promo, he's talking to Jacob backstage. He says that they need a plan for tomorrow and that they're out of soldiers. Everyone keeps getting injured. Fatu says, tells Solo he doesn't need no plan. His plan is to attack and dog walk their ass. All gas, no brakes. Not a sign. Backstage, Motor City tells Fraxium that they're happy for them, and eventually they'll have a face-off. DIY comes in and attacks both of them and say that they didn't really beat Prime Street Profits. They took advantage of a weakened team, and how dare they do that? Okay, it's not. They would never do anything like that. All right. And then we got Andrade and Street and Phoenix. Andrade and Phoenix versus Los Garzas. Andrade and Phoenix win. After the match, Santos gets in the ring. He starts yelling at Berto. He's like, "Look what you did. Do you know how far this set us back?" Berto then, as Santos is like, "Do you know how long this set us back?" Berto smacks his hand off the way. So they are, in fact, splitting them up. Berto probably going to join Andrade. I hope Santos doesn't get released. But I feel like he might be the next batch. I feel, unfortunately, like he might be the next batch. Because they clearly don't have a vision for him. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I hope not, though. Maybe he could help with the AAA. Alright, and then Cena comes out, throws a promo. And it's just typical John Cena heel promo stuff. And someone threw a beer bottle at him. And I think they should die. Okay. Let's go over Backlash. My Backlash predictions. We got Gunther versus Pat. Gunther should win this. He should win this. I want this to be like quick, a 5-minute match. Gunther dominates, but it will probably be like 15 minutes of Pat getting some hope spots in there. And then the final 5 minutes will just be pure Gunther domination. Hopefully they don't do the stupid thing and let Pat win. Alright. And then we got Dom versus Penta. Dom should win this. I don't think it's far too early for him to lose his title. He literally just got it. So we'll see how that goes. Then we got Fatu versus Drew versus Knight versus Priest for the U.S. Championship. Honestly, the only question is who's going to take the pin in this match, and even then, I don't think it's really much of a question. I think Priest is taking the pin to Jacob Fatu, and yeah, Jacob Fatu going to retain. Intercontinental Women's Championship match, Lyra versus Becky. I 100% believe that Lyra is going to lose that championship. Becky Lynch will have a new Women's Intercontinental Champion, Becky Lynch. She's going to probably take that, keep that, and then once Bayley comes back, they're going to have a killer feud for that title. And it's going to elevate that title, and it's going to elevate... Hopefully this elevates Lyra. I mean, it already has. I actually like her now. I wasn't just like, whatever on her. As much as I've been very, whatever on her. since she's debuted. And finally, Cena versus Orton. Cena's totally winning this match. The real question is, how bad is this going to be? Because if Cena's doing that, I'm throwing bad matches on purpose. That's fucked up, Cena. That is an asshole move. All right, I'm gonna give a prediction. I think this match will be 2.5 stars. 2.5 stars. All right, that's it. I'm done. I'm done for the day. I had to get this video done quick because I'm tired. I gotta make a thumbnail real quick. It's not like I do that fucking crazy of a job anyways for thumbnails, but gotta still do it. All right, boys or girls or she, theys, genders. Genders is a social construct. She, theys, they, thems. Gender's a social construct. None of this matters. All right. Peace.